Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday afternoon. It's 1 o'clock. We're an hour later than we wanted to be. We're definitely not timely people.
What's today?
I think we're allergic to doing things at a strict time. Today is Saturday. Oh, but it is BOLO Saturday. Good
Saturday.
afternoon, Sea Hill B.
So every Saturday we go through some BOLO items. It'll usually help us motivate on creating some strategies to go sourcing, and I think hopefully it'll help you guys as well.
Yeah, like we recently did a BOLO Saturday on pots and pans, and we recently flipped some pots and pans, so that was kind of fun. Mm-hmm. But when we were searching for pots and pans, just where we live in LA area, Los Angeles, California area, there's not that many out here. I think people out here maybe don't cook as much, and they go out to eat. Mm-hmm. It was hard to find pots and pans to flip, to be honest.
Yeah.
Our flip was all right. We paid $70. We sold our pots and pans for $250, and after fees and all of that, we ended up paying. We made
$98.
Yeah, $98 profit. So it was all right, but you know what? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, if we see those pots and pans, for cheap, we'll pick them up. But again, it's not something we could go out and find every day, like some of the other items. Now, what we're going to talk about today for BOLO Saturday is something you can go out and find every day. It's
shoes.
Sneakers. There you go. So, good afternoon, Coastal Blonde Chick. Which part of the coast are you from? West Coast or East Coast? So today we're going to talk about sneaker brands. So it's just going to be like an open conversation about sneakers in general. So,
Okay, let's get started.
Yeah. So we actually, Michelle, what do you think? Is this a big part of our business, selling sneakers?
So, no, selling sneakers is not a big part of our business, but we do see a lot of people having extreme success on selling sneakers. So, these data are from Terapeak. This is a tool that you can use on eBay. And we basically did a quick search for, this is a good time to go sourcing. So the data is based on the last month on items sold on eBay.
The last 30 days. Good afternoon, Variety Thrift. What are you up to today? What are you up to this afternoon? Did you go sourcing this morning? We did not. Our schedule has flipped around and we wake up late. We don't go sourcing in the mornings anymore. But we might go sourcing after this live, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first item, and we do have a picture, is the I don't even know how you say this.
Hoka One.
Is it Hoka One? I heard people say Hoka Oni. I'm not really sure.
Oh, really?
The right way to pronounce it, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like we said, we've personally never sold this brand before.
I knew of this brand. This was my client before, but I had no idea this is a BOLO item. So this actually has the best sell-through rate out of all the shoes that we have researched. So this is certainly a BOLO.
Good afternoon, Six Creative Concepts. Karen, how you doing today? How's everything in, you're oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think you said you are in, Colorado, Chicago? Gosh, is it Chicago or Texas? I forget. I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Deanna Online. Happy Saturday. Yeah, so these Hoka ones, within the last 30 days, we researched that 5,810 of them sold on eBay, and the sell-through rate is actually quite high because it sold for 45% sell-through rate in 1 month. So if you get a hold of some of these shoes to resell, there's almost a 50% chance you're going to sell them within a month, which is pretty darn high. And the average sold price for these is $73. So
that's good.
That's good to know, right? Because then you know what your profit margins can be. Karen says, you both look fancy today. I'm good in Chicago. Oh, that's right. Chicago. I knew I kind of knew where your location was. Thank you. Yeah, it's hot today. Got out of the shower. And we are going to head out after this to do a little sourcing. Deanna online said they are cute. They are kind of cute.
Yeah,
Look at those.
Really cute.
Yeah, the design's different, and I love the branding is really good. It says Hook on it, and all these like wild, bright colors are really nice.
I think they are. They have this weird sole on the bottom. You see it kind of shapes up. Maybe they're special, like technically designed for your feet. It looks like it's something that's quite comfortable and something I would buy.
I know it looks like something Michelle would wear. Have you guys ever sold or bought any of these shoes? Let us know in the comments. All right, and so the next one that we're going to discuss.
So we've sold a pair of these. We found these shoes at Goodwill. They were used. So Keen shoes, they're great hiking shoes. Anything outdoor, utility related shoes are usually pretty easy to sell. The average sold price is $37, and they have sold a total of 4,291 on eBay in the last month. The sell-through rate is 17.6%. Now, Marina, can you explain what a sell-through rate is?
Yeah, so that just means like, let's say, 4,000 of these were listed online. That means 17% of those sold last month, right? Mm-hmm. So that will give you an idea how quickly your item will sell, right? So, for example, if I put in my calculator 4,291 divided by 0.176, that means, okay, I did that wrong. Sorry, not divided, multiplied. 4,291 times 0.176 means that 755 pairs sold on eBay last month. Now, yes, we're getting stats from eBay because they provide free data for us. But you could sell these shoes on Mercari, you could sell these shoes on Poshmark, right? So that will double the chances of your sales actually getting sold. Good afternoon, Temescal Mercantile and Blue BB Schreider.
Hang on. So total sold is 4,291. 17%, right. Basically 17% of them 4,000
sold.
Yes. Right? So, meaning the sold over the total. So meaning available listed items.
I'm sorry.
Out of all the available listed items, 17 of them were sold.
So I actually made a mistake.
That's okay.
Yeah, and so basically, yes, 4,000 of these sold. Thank you,
Yeah,
Michelle.
So for example, Nike is a popular brand, right? If there are 100,000 pairs of shoes of Nikes out there, and they only sold 10,000, that's 10%. So sell-through rate. So hopefully you guys understand that. Sorry for the confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Merrell. This is another brand that is outdoorsy hiking shoes. The average sold price of these shoes are $40, and there is a total of 5,349 total sold in the last month. That's quite a bit. And it has a 12% sell-through rate.
Yeah, so keep in mind, we're giving you guys the sell-through rates that are current as of the last 30 days. So depending on the time of year, right? So remember, selling is all about trends, and trends are like connected to the weather and all of that kind of stuff. So so that's what these are connected to. Now, like Michelle said, and I guess I did do it right the first time, you take the number that sold, which is 5,349, you multiply it by the, you divide it by the sell-through rate, right? And that's 12%.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically there was 43,000 of these listed on eBay, and
5,000 of them
and 5,000 sold. So you're like, okay, well, how am I going to sell? Well, I would take a look at this. The average sold price on these is $40. However, the range of the sold items are from 99 cents to $176. So if you do want your shoes to move, I would look into selling it in that average sold price, if that's the true value. Now remember, with shoes, there's always those unicorns or those special editions that might be worth a little more. So make sure that you do your research before you price those.
Yep. Okay, the next brand here we have.
So I was just wondering, have any of you sold the Merrell or the Keen shoes before? Those are like for hiking, and they do really, really well. So if you have sold them, or if you've worn them and you can attest to their comfort or quality, please pop it in the comment below, because Michelle and I are very simple when it comes to wearing shoes. We stick to very basic brands, so we really don't know firsthand the comfort or the feel of these shoes.
Well, speaking of we don't know, I happen to have a pair of Brook shoes. This is the next brand. Brooks are extremely comfortable. My feet are flat, so I can't stand, I can't walk for a long time. These shoes are meant to, they have different width and different height, so you can actually, it's kind of like custom made. So these are amazing shoes. The average sold price is $57. 7,883 sold last month, and it's a pretty high sell-through rate of 21%. So
Deanna online said Keen, yes, they sell fast if they're in good condition. Yeah, we've sold our Keen and Merrells extremely quickly before. 100% agree with that. Okay, so
I actually haven't seen any Brooks since we started sourcing.
Yeah, they must be really hot items. Yeah. All right, and then the next one that we have here is a New Balance. So again, have you guys worn Brooks? Michelle loves Brooks. Have you guys worn New Balance, or do you sell these brands? So this is a pretty darn popular brand that has been selling quite a bit within the last month. 32,000 of these sold. New Balance. They're pretty hot. I think they're pretty trendy right now. And the average sell price for these is $47.43.
Pretty good.
And then of course the range is the sky's the limit, right? So we've had up to $1,000 ones that have sold within the last 30 days. Good afternoon, Shop Style Lux Co. Happy Saturday to you. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, TRA 808. Yeah, so if the sell-through rate is 14%, but I think given the fact that just means there's a lot listed, right? So if I do the math really fast, right, 32,741 divided by 14.45%, that means that there's a total of 226,581 pairs of these listed currently on eBay.
In the last month.
So
maybe it's oversaturated? What do you think?
Well, if there are 32,000 being sold, that means you can get a piece of the pie. And how will you do that? That's what I'm saying is like be competitive with your pricing, and I would still sell it. I don't think it's oversaturated. And I think it's called selling with the trends. Right now, if you were to go into making masks, which are really high in demand, you're going to get a piece of the pie. It doesn't mean it's oversaturated.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah, it would be a different story if the sell-through rate was 1%. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
So, no, this is definitely a hot item. Okay, so Blue BB Schreider said, husband wears Brooks. Bought a pair to sell this week at Goodwill. Awesome. What was, if you don't mind us asking, what was your purchase price on those? And what are you planning on selling them for? So yeah, so they must be comfortable if your husband likes to wear them.
And what platform do you sell them on? Is it Poshmark, eBay, or other platforms?
Yeah. So where is a good place to sell shoes right now? Do you guys know?
Do you know?
Of course.
eBay.
eBay is a good place. Mercari is a good place.
Poshmark.
All good places. All right. The next shoe here.
This is your brand.
This is my brand. I literally own like 3 or 4 pairs of these shoes. These are the only sneakers that I like to wear. They're really comfortable for my foot. I don't have a flat foot like Michelle, but my feet are like a little bit wider. And Michelle has a flat foot, but her feet are skinny. So anyway, these are really comfortable for people with my kind of foot. And anyway, they're called Asics. They're lovely. This is like a newer the picture that we have, the newer version or whatever. It also has like that curved sole, which I think is trendy because you mentioned that earlier with another shoe.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one has a really good total sold amount as well, right next to the New Balance. The total sold within the last 30 days of the Asics were 22,442. which is quite a lot. And I don't really see a lot of people wear these shoes. Like, I'm one of the few people I know that wear them. But again, they're extremely comfortable. I can attest that firsthand. The average sold price on these are $46, but the price range within the last 30 days went as high as $555 for one pair of Asics.
Yeah, could be a limited edition.
Yeah, that's what's really cool is the 3 pairs of Asics that I own now, I have 4. One is old, but they're still good. But the other 3 I bought them in Japan. So the ones I bought in Japan could be quite unique.
It's a sub brand, right? It's called Onazuki Tiger.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even remember. I think Asics is the brand in America and Onazuki Tiger is the brand in Japan. But it's the same line, same shoe.
Interesting. Okay, all right. So here we are. We have Sorel. Now, we're including this because we've sold quite a few pairs of Sorels. They are snow and ski boots. So the data here may not reflect the actual sell-through rate for the whole year because it's summer right now. So average sold price for Sorel is $49. In the last month, eBay has sold 102. There's a sell-through rate of 6.67%. Now keep in mind, it's summertime. I don't think people are looking for these boots. But during the winter time, we've actually sold 3 to 4 pairs already. And they go pretty quickly. So we would still consider this a good find.
Yeah, I have to play a little bit of devil's advocate here because it is a summer and only 102 sold and the sell-through rate was 6%. So if we go back, we could find out how many were listed if we just take out our calculator, which I'm going to do right now. So 102 divided by 0.067 tells me there were only, this is a pretty hot brand. There are only 1,522 listed in the month of June, July. Right? And I got to tell you that I'm going to play devil's advocate because we naturally think, let's not list winter wear now it's summer. That's a big mistake. List your winter wear now because there are places that are cold in the world, especially if you're selling on eBay and in the US. And people are looking for these items and they're going to buy it from the people who have it listed online.
Yeah, we actually sold a sweater 2 days ago.
There you go.
Like a wool sweater.
Exactly my point. All right, so Blue BB Schreider said sold Sorel sandal wedges today.
Sandals.
Congratulations on that.
Yay. So Sorel, yes, that's certainly a brand you should look out for.
By the way, just curious, where did you sell those Blue
BB Schreider?
Blue BB Schreider. Which platform did you sell those? If you don't mind us telling us. And yeah, perfect. All right, the next ones we have is...
This is obviously a very hot item, Air Jordan. Everyone is always looking for Air Jordan. The average sold price is $150, and total sold in the last month is 105,000 pairs. The sell-through rate is 22.27%, so it has a pretty high sell-through rate here. I think a lot of people are aware that Air Jordans, or especially vintage ones, are always really, really popular.
Okay, so Blue BB Shredder said she sold her shoes on Poshmark. Excellent.
Good.
Yeah, no, but okay, let's take a look at this shoe. Because this shoe has had the most total sold out of all the shoes we've commented on today. So look for Air Jordans no matter what. Whether they're new or old. Not old, but used. And average sold price on these is high. It's $150. Now, within the last 30 days, there was a pair that was sold for $20,000. So
that's insane.
Now, even the sell-through rate's really good at 22%. That means within the last 30 days, there was 475,814 pairs listed, but 105,964 pairs sold. So that means there's a really good chance for you to get on there. I would add that to your BOLO list.
Air Jordan?
Air Jordan, yeah.
So Air Jordan and Hoka are probably top 2 right now out of everything we went through.
Yep. But you're going to get a much higher price on the Air Jordan. So if you could find some, at decently low prices, I would personally go for those.
Yeah. The next one is LL Bean. So I think these are also winter boots, shoes. So the average sold price is $26.52. Total sold last month's $365. There's a sell-through rate of 9.34%. So these aren't very popular.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, there's not a lot listed. So if you do list them and there is like a gung-ho LL Bean fan, I feel like you have a pretty decent chance of selling them. But keep in mind, you might sit on them for a while before they get sold. It might take you about 10 months to sell a pair. So
yeah,
this is definitely not one of your quick flips.
Yeah. And I like how we're going through the numbers too, because it really helps us understand what's out there, what's in the market. And let's go through the next one.
All right. The next one is something I wanted to choose because, I was a 90s kid and I loved Vans. I think it's no secret that Vans are really, really hot, popular item. So we have an average sold price of Vans of $44.95, which is pretty darn good. The sell-through rate is 14%, and there were 11,737 of these sold, with the highest one sold being at $500.
Yeah, Vans are still very popular. I mean, it is a skater brand, but I think, pretty much everyone has a pair of Vans.
Yeah, pretty much everyone wears them.
Yeah.
So out of 82,000 listed, 11,000 sold. Again, you have a good chance of getting these sold within a couple of months if you decide to list them.
All right. Here's the next one. So Nike obviously has a lot of different Nike brands. So we chose specific model, and this is Nike Air Force One. We have a pair right now. It's still pending. So the average sold price is $106. That's pretty good. The sell-through rate is 16.96 with 16,000 sold in the last month.
Out of 98,000 listed. So the highest priced one that sold was at $3,150. But this is just like, there's so many sneakers out there. We wanted to focus, we gave you one from Nike. The Nike Air Force One is very popular. So take a look at what it looks like. Do a little further research and Google these shoes. And make a decision as to I'm going to start looking for this pair or these pairs here. Because shoes are, like Michelle mentioned earlier, some people, their entire business is based around shoes, and sneakers are really hot. Men wear sneakers, right? And even a lot of women nowadays are sporting the sneakers. So that's definitely something to consider adding into your list of items of inventory.
And think about it. If you go to Goodwill, let's say you source a pair of Air Force. Goodwill, usually their shoes are like $15, $20. And the average sold price is $106. You still make a pretty good profit. So this would be a BOLO.
100%, actually. Yeah. All right. So thank you for joining our Saturday BOLO. So we're actually going to try to focus this week. Every time we do a BOLO, we give ourselves a challenge and we give you guys a challenge to try to pick one item from the BOLO that we went through today and try to source it during the week every day and see what happens within the next couple weeks. See if you sell it. If you're successful, then you can start adding that to your list of inventory items that you're going to be sourcing. So that's one way you can grow your business, is by getting to know different items that are selling, that are plenty out there that you can find on a regular basis, right?
So TRA808 said, I'm afraid of fakes that are out there. I need to do some research.
100%.
Yeah, so if you're referring to Nikes, obviously there are tons out there. There is a what do you call like a glossary? Not a glossary, like a website where if you flip over the, what do you call it?
The tongue of the shoe.
The tongue of the shoe.
Yeah.
There is a model number and it tells you the manufacturer date. Look at that number. There is a website where you can plug in that number and it'll show you the design, and you can kind of compare to make sure they're not fake.
I mean, thank you so much, TRA808 for that comment, because I think we have just found out what our Tuesday topic is going to be about. We're going to make it about differentiating and looking out for those fake sneakers
That's a
out
good
there.
one, yeah.
That's a really good topic. So thank you again for that. But one quick thing on buying things like that, you always want to buy from a reputable source. And so you want to make sure the ratings of that seller are high, that they have made a lot of transactions, and that they have a good reputation. So
Yes.
if it's like somebody you don't know, or they don't have any kind of, rating behind them, I would be a little wary of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a great comment. Thanks for bringing that up. So we always end all of our lives with a meme. And so I don't know if you could tell this torn up shoe in the picture that's missing the entire top, part of the shoe. All you see is the sole. It's a ripped up Van shoe. And the meme says, "Skaters be like, broke in my new shoes," which is kind of funny because, man, if you know skaters, they get a new pair of shoe and the day one, all their shoes are ripped
That's
up.
funny. I never understood what it means to say, "Hey, you gotta break your shoes," and I literally
You don't get
thought
it?
you were breaking your shoe.
Because Michelle's, English is not her first language, so
I was like, "What do you
you're
mean
breaking the shoe?
it?"
Break the shoe and then you can wear it.
Anyway.
All right. So TRA808 said, "No, nice, thank you. I'll be watching on Tuesday." Awesome, yeah. And if you ever want to revisit any of our lives, we do upload daily to IGTV, Instagram TV. We also upload daily to YouTube, and you can find us via podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. 6 Creative Concepts. Karen said, "Travel around safely. Thank you for all the good info. It means the world to a lot of us. Get some great deals. XOXO."
Oh, you're
Thank
so
you.
sweet.
Thank you so much, Karen, for your thoughtful and kind comments. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate all of you. And yeah, let's continue working together to reach some of our goals. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a great Sunday and rest of your Saturday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.